The new Project B, Saudi-backed International Women's Basketball League.
As it's been reported that there is a Saudi-backed basketball league that will be kicking off next season.
This could cook unrivaled. This could cook everything.
We learned this morning that the Saudi-funded basketball initiative, known as Project B, has just withdrawn the WNBA's nuclear option. A sitting WNBA All-Star and former MVP, whose name is so well known that it will rock the league, has already agreed to a confidential $100 million deal to quit the league right away. We've heard that the signing bonus alone exceeds the WNBA wage cap, complete with a gilded pen and a non-disclosure agreement that imposes a $500 million fine for a single whisper. This contract was sealed in a covert meeting in a European palace. This is no longer a rumor. For the WNBA, this is a betrayal that may terminate a career. The leadership of the league is in complete panic.
Is it panic time? Is it panic time? I don't know.
According to reports, Commissioner Kathy Angelbert and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver requested an urgent meeting at 4 a.m. to discuss what insiders are referring to as the Great Exodus. According to reports, Silver was spotted yelling into his phone, wanting to know how they allowed one player to be valued at over 25% of the league's total value.
This changes everything. This changes everything right here.
There is a reason for the time.
The Saudis didn't just show there. They bought the entire court and brought the bill on Angelbert's desk, with the CBA talks in ruins and players demanding answers over compensation and travel. The WNBA has no legal options to block the $100 million player announcement, which is set for next week's prime-time television slot. They have no authority. You should refer to it as the WNBA killer, even though they name it Project B. Instead of only a few $billion, this league has a $5 billion war chest. According to our sources, the first investment was $5 billion, and within the first 3 years, they have committed to $10 billion. This amount is far greater than the WNBA's total earnings during the previous 27 years. For their top players, they are offering contracts worth $1 million every game, and it only includes base salary. Each player receives an additional $50 million if they win the entire competition. The WNBA cannot afford charter flights, which is the biggest lie Kathy Angelbert has ever told you. The WNBA was considering hiring a private jet company, which Project B recently acquired. They purchased the airline rather than a plane. Players on Project B won't just fly under the radar. They will travel aboard specially built Boeing 747s that have been modified to include movie theaters, full-size basketball courts, and spas. In every location they play in, they have contracts that include lifetime protection, a fleet of fancy cars, a 5-star hotel suite, private villas, personal chefs, and payments that last until their death. Project B athletes are living like world royalty in a golden cage, while WNBA players are struggling financially, worrying about rent, and fighting for revenue share crumbs. Who will be the last celebrity to turn off the lights is the real question, not if players will go. Not only are they quitting the WNBA, but they're also abandoning a whole generation of disregard. Let's discuss Caitlin Clark, the league's spokesperson. She is currently the most significant athlete in women's sports and the hostage of the WNBA. According to a certified offer sheet that our sources got through a leak, Project B's offer to Clark is more than just $50 million. It's an incredible 5-year contract worth $150 million that is totally guaranteed and gives her a small ownership stake in the new league, allowing her to have a say in how it is run. Along with a group of attorneys and financial advisors, Clark's agent was reportedly spotted last night boarding a Saudi-owned private plane at a private airport while holding a red stamp draft of the contract. This is not sustainable for the WNBA. The future as a whole depends on Clark as its engine and cash cow. The WNBA's recent $60 million media rights contract, about which Angelbert has been boasting, will be immediately worthless if she departs for Project B, and the ratings will plummet to 0 overnight. The WNBA will formally terminate its sponsorship agreements with companies like Nike and Gatorade tomorrow, and the league will declare bankruptcy before Thanksgiving. It is a financial certainty rather than an exaggeration. Despite the fact that loyalty cannot purchase a $150 million legacy, Angelbert is praying for it. She has already left. You simply aren't aware of it yet. She has contributed more to the WNBA in a single year than Engelbert has in 5, and the WNBA has reciprocated by making her travel on commercial airlines and declining to promote her internationally. You don't value your biggest star, Project B commented after noticing that. We'll purchase her. Clark's time in the WNBA is over. For a period, Adam Silver has a reason to be alarmed. He is aware that the NBA's whole progressive image is going to be tarnished. The moment Project B reveals how little the NBA actually invested in the WNBA, his facade as the progressive commissioner who values equality and social justice is set to fall apart. We can exclusively reveal that Silver is traveling to Riyadh tonight in an attempt to negotiate a hostile takeover, proposing the Saudi fund a $500 million counterinvestment in exchange for an immediate 51% ownership in Project B, rather than a friendly collaboration. Operation Containment is the term given to his strategy. Here's the worst part, though. He was laughed out of the room by the Saudis. According to reports, the Saudis sent a single digitally encrypted message that read, "We don't need partners," after Silver's envoy was left in the lobby. "We need rivals to destroy us. Inform Adam that because he declined to purchase his players' charter flights, his window has closed." Adam Silver and Kathy Angelbert have until October 31st to complete the CBA renewal, but it's already too late. The WNBA Players Association is calling players, but they are not answering. Only calls from Dubai are being answered by agents. Every second that goes by, a new player discovers they can be treated like a superstar rather than a charity case pleading for scraps. The WNBA's death clock is ticking. Kathy, you can continue to smile on TV, but the truth is out. You're going to pay the ultimate price because your league let its players down. Before they receive their transformative Project B money, players will use the WNBA as an off-season summer league to stay in shape. This league is more than just a new one. A worldwide movement has revealed the WNBA's institutionalized disregard for its own potential. The MVP who hasn't been named is only the first to fall. Project B isn't stopping at 1, according to sources. Every single one of the top 20 WNBA players on their blacklist has received an offer sheet worth more than $25 million annually. The names that are being muttered are those that you would anticipate: Angel Ree, Breanna Stewart, and a Wilson. Wilson is reportedly quite involved in negotiations. Stewart has left the WNBA in his mind. Additionally, Ree is publicly hinting to a surprise that would permanently alter the game on her extensive social media network. The Saudi strategy is brilliant. They are purchasing more than just the top players. They are purchasing the most viral characters and the best rivalries. They are using the WNBA's greatest resources as weapons. It's a joke, but the WNBA is attempting to combat this by guaranteeing some charter flights and modest pay increases for the upcoming season. Offering a penny to someone who just won the lottery is analogous to that. The players have intelligence. They are aware that Angelbert is only acting at this time because the WNBA is under pressure from a league with limitless resources. The league has had 27 years to act morally. The players aren't going to wait much longer. The WNBA's main weakness is that it still views itself as a domestic league in the United States. Project B is a genuinely worldwide undertaking. The league organizes 7 two-week world tour-style competitions in major fashion cities throughout the world: Tokyo, Paris, Singapore, Dubai, and Rio de Janeiro. This goes beyond basketball. The goal of this touring luxury event is to draw in the wealthiest sponsors from around the globe. Picture Caitlin Clark and A.A. Wilson performing in front of a packed house under the Eiffel Tower. The WNBA's games are still televised on secondary cable channels during inconvenient time slots due to the attention of the world media. In order to transmit their games to every nation on the planet in a gigantic real-time 4K production, Project B is negotiating worldwide TV arrangements with Netflix and Amazon. The distinction is this: the goal of Angelbert is to sell tickets. The goal of Project B is to command global attention. Being the only game in town was the WNBA's one real advantage. That monopoly is no longer in place. In contrast to the Saudi Olympic-caliber international spectacle, the WNBA will appear to be a community league playing in rented high school gyms when the first Project B tournament begins. The players' message to Adam Silver and Kathy Angelbert is unambiguous. Someone else valued us because you didn't. There is no attack on the WNBA. It is coming to light. Its failure is due to a lack of vision, a lack of leadership, and an inability to appreciate the amazing athletes for who they really are. Angelberg used his incessant emphasis on sustainable expansion as a pretext to avoid paying players fairly. The Saudis merely took advantage of her decision to underpay them. The WNBA will implode when the first Project B player announcement is made. Don't fall for any last-minute, phony pledges, emergency pronouncements, or PR spin from Adam Silver. The WNBA is over. The stars are departing, the money is gone, and the new international basketball order is set to take effect. The WNBA's survival is no longer a question. How quickly will it pass away is the question. Would you remain faithful to a league that paid you less than a rookie on an NBA bench? Or would you accept $10 million from a league that at last respected you as a WNBA star? The decision is not only clear-cut, but also self-evident. The match is over.